Plenty of Brumbies and Wallabies fans happy that man, James Slipper, is staying on for another year as well. And his teammate at the Brumbies, Andy Muirhead, joins us now. Andy, great to have you on Rugby Heaven, mate. I want to start with the news on Slips. He's 36 in next week, I think. Are you surprised he's going around for another 12 months?
Nah, not really. We sort of chat a lot about, career and where we're heading and being the older guys of the team. And, yeah, he's playing well for us. His body's holding up, as he said in that video. And, two people from, Queensland. We love Canberra and call Canberra our home. So I'm not surprised at all, to be honest.
Andy, the front row for the Brumbies this year has truly been one of the most exceptional parts of your game. They've been so consistent, but no Alan Alatoa this weekend in the big game against the Crusaders. Is that going to have much of an effect?
Also, we lose a little bit of leadership personally from him, but I think in terms of players filling in for him, we got Fee coming in and he's been sensational for us, locking down the scrum, and he's a big boy and gets around and does a lot of work for us. So obviously we lose a little bit with him not playing, but I don't think there's too much between him, Fee and Reece that comes off the bench as well. They've been pretty good for us when they needed to be this year.
Huge news, of course, Noel Olesio back in the team this weekend. Look, you look back a couple of weeks ago over in Perth when he had that injury, and everyone thought the worst was he's going to be out for the Lions, and all of a sudden he's back playing. So that's a huge in for you guys at home.
Yeah, definitely. He's recovered really well. Obviously, pretty scary for him over there, and we've been giving him a bit of grief this week. He's had a green whistle over in Perth and was playing golf 2 weeks later. So it's very good to have him back. Obviously, he's a leader in our team and has been playing well for us. We're excited to have him back on the park at home.
Must have been one heck of a green whistle there for Noah. Mate, yourself, Noah's had a few breaks this year. One injury in force. He's been rested through Wallabies protocols and that sort of stuff. As I understand it, you're the only player in the entire competition who has played every single minute available for your team this season. Have you asked Bernie for a break, or has he tried to rest you and you've told him, mate, good luck, I'm playing every minute? What's the situation there?
Nah, not really. Our buys have happened at really crucial times for us. So when the body's starting to slow down and feel a bit sore, those buys have come at the perfect time. And to be honest, the body's recovering quite well. I think last year I asked him a couple of times for a break, but this year I'm enjoying playing and not really. I'm surprised there's no one else playing that amount of minutes. Surely it wouldn't be fun for me.
Andy, you're doing great with those minutes, mate. 8 tries in 2025. However, I want to just narrow in again on the Crusaders. You guys seem to have some great rivalries with a lot of the teams in Super Rugby Pacific, but certainly over the years, especially in the finals, you've had these unbelievable contests with the Crusaders. This Friday night, has there been much spoken about during the week about that, or is it something that just naturally comes with the territory, Brumbies versus Crusaders, that it's a big game?
Yeah, I think it just naturally happens, mate. Very similar teams, and they're quite obviously one of the most successful teams in the whole comp, and obviously the leaders in New Zealand. And we sort of see ourselves in a similar position here in Australia. And you look at the cities, Christchurch is very similar to Canberra, and I think that's why both organisations breed such good culture, and I think it's a lot to do with where you're living. So. Pretty excited to have them come to Canberra rather than travel to Christchurch.
Andy, this time of year, I know it's going to be cold down there in Canberra on Friday night, but what about, there's a big promotion at half-time. I've seen a few things on socials. What's that all about at half-time?
Yeah, we're doing a 50k giveaway, kick for cash, just a drive through our school.
Can I bring my boots down?
Yeah. I think you'll be wrapped up in your long jacket, mate. I've seen you down in Canberra. We take that off.
And that's for all the schools, is it?
Yeah, just essentially the schools and the junior clubs have a chance to get some money back into grassroots, and then there's also a chance that someone from the crowd gets a share of that as well if they win the challenge. Yeah.
Drew, Timmy doesn't need any more cash, mate. So it's not just the cold keeping way. You just keep him at bay. He doesn't need to try and win $50,000 worth of coin. There's a fair bit on the line tomorrow night against the Crusaders. Not just the history that Shep's talking about, but the winner of this match will lock in top 2. Given the Brumbies have made it to semi-finals 3 years in a row and bowed out at that point, how How motivating is it to try and finish top 2 and get a home quarter and a home semi-final?
Yeah, definitely. I think after our reviews after the previous 2 years, we've mentioned how much easier it is to win at home, and to have a semi at home is going to be huge for us if we are to win this weekend. So, something that we haven't shied away from. We sort of know what's at stake, and I think I said earlier on the week that it's another finals game for us, really, to get to where we want to be. So it's good to have something with a fair bit of pressure on top of us to get a result on Friday.
Mate, just very quickly before we let you go, what about the British and Irish Lions? You've got opportunity to potentially play them, of course, in a few weeks' time down in Canberra. That must be exciting.
Yeah, it's all come up pretty quickly, and yeah, very excited. I know we're talking about a packed stadium here in Canberra, and I think it'll be the biggest crowd I've played in since moving to Canberra many years ago. So, unfortunately, it'll be probably 8,000 Brumbies fans and another 12,000 Lions fans, but nonetheless, it'll be good to see it full.
Absolutely, mate. Plenty of motivation to keep all those Lions fans quiet as well down there in Canberra on the 9th of July. But, mate, we wish you all the best to get Crusaders at home, hopefully get a top 2 finish and host a couple of finals in Super Rugby Pacific as well.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Cheers, Ed. Yep, thank you, mate. Great to have Andy Muirhead. Been referred to as the glue, one of those type of players for the Brumbies, and he's had another outstanding season, Shep.
Yeah, he really has, and I think he's refined his game once again, hasn't he? His finishing has always been great, but it's where he pops up across the field to me that's really impressed me this year. He works in and creates another ball-playing opportunity on occasions. He'll work from one side of the field to the other and create an extra man. Like, it's these little things that maybe some people don't see from a distance that he's doing week in, week out, and it's helping them win games.
I think he's been helped by the way that Tom Wright's running with the ball more at second receiver and running around from left to right to the right-hand side. I think that's really helped both wingers, but certainly Andy Muirhead.
Yeah, and even a couple of weeks ago, he slotted in at fly half when Declan Meredith went off. He's a very talented player, a very well-respected player, not just at the Brumbies, but in Australian rugby.